Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, outsiders and in-betweeners. My name is Cameron Harris, and I am running for mayor of Chicago in the 2027 election cycle. This evening, we will be making a pizza. What is Sultan? Oh, now you guys can't even see me. I guess that's better. What is Sultan? Sultan is one who has power. There's a really interesting movie called The King's Speech, and it has this really phenomenal scene where, the titular king of the movie, George VI, is sitting with his speech therapist, and they have a bet between each other that were the king to be artificially deafened, he would be able to speak clearly, speak freely of his speech impediment. And if this were to happen, King George VI, would owe his speech therapist, Lionel Logue, $1. George puts on a pair of headphones. Mr. Logue hands him a book of Shakespeare and a microphone, and he flawlessly recites the passage into the speakers. Except that George VI, being the king of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, does not have $1 to give his speech therapist. King George VI does not have $1 to pay his debts. When I owe the US government $1 in taxes, that is debt. When I owe my credit card company $1 in taxes, that is debt. When I owe $1 to the mechanic's shop, that is debt. When George III owes $1 to his speech therapist, that is debt. I'm sorry, George VI. When George VI wakes up in the morning, someone else irons his clothes. Someone else puts toothpaste on his toothbrush. Someone else makes his breakfast. Someone else made his speech therapist appointment for him. Someone else drove him to his speech therapist appointment. Someone else paid for his speech therapist appointment. And then someone else picked him up from his speech therapist appointment. Because King George VI does not have $1 to pay his debts. Other people do that for him. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It seems our footage here skips momentarily. Allegedly, Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. And if you were to drop him in South Africa and a mugger came up to him and said, "Give me $5 or I will stab you," you would hear about Jeff Bezos dead on the 6 o'clock news. Because the richest man in the world does not actually have $1 to pay their debts.